I have 3 sons who love the John Wick films, and I'm a fan myself. And when I got the call about Ballerina, my boy said, you have to do it. The important thing was, yes, it needs to feel like a John Wick film, but it needs to have its own vibe. People have been watching this film for a while. They're coming to this to watch something else.
What have we not seen? Or if we have seen it, what kind of twist can we bring to it?
The beauty of the Wick movies is we go to interesting places and we don't really know what we're gonna do until we get there. We're super adaptable, and I think it's always just about finding interesting places to shoot.
And because they are real, they make the John Wick world feel real. Because they actually are.
Eve Macaro of the Ruskar Roma. What a pleasure to see you again.
One of the benefits of this film is we get to flesh out John Wick 3. Anjelica Huston's the director's world.
You're diving into the Ruskar Roma. What does it look like? Who's a part of it? What is the culture? How is the training?
The shooting range. What's their dormitory like? It was good for us to be able to flesh that out and tell that story.
The director feels you are ready for your first contract.
We knew we wanted to do a club scene because John Wick isn't a movie without a club scene. We came to this facility, which is called the Biodome. It's massive. We had to build big dance floors, and when we were doing that, we were like, it should be ice.
The atmospheric of neon lights with ice and dry ice was really cool. And rather than just, you know, the skimpy kind of outfits, you have furs, you have all this stuff.
We have these exceptional lasers, and on one whole wall, we lens mapped the wall and are projecting water and fire and ice and different elements onto the walls very specifically. So we have a lot of different lighting techniques going in with the snow and the ice to make it different and not just a regular club.
There is a man who bears that mark staying at one of our hotels at the present. In Prague, I believe.
We started the movie in New York, and then we moved to Prague, which is meant to be Prague, not Prague for something else.
Before we came to Prague and scouted, we were not going to shoot Prague for Prague. And then we got here and saw how beautiful the city was and really embraced a lot of its Gothic architecture and real places.
Phil Ivey and I, we looked at, I think, every building in Prague. I'm inspired by location. So I have ideas of what I want, but I love to scout and have it inspire me. It was just fun. Let's create a new one. What's a new Continental that we could explore?
We played more the Soviet-era brutalist look, glossy finishes, hard surfaces. It was a lot of fun. We were able to give a not your traditional entrance into a hotel as well.
We were scouting on the riverfront, and I found this beautiful, massive circle glass door. It's gorgeous, it's beautiful, it's different. That was actually the starting point. I wanted it to feel dangerous, but also sexy. And I think we pulled that off.
Once we landed on the Prague Continental, being in Prague, it meant we could start to sort out, you know, where does the hunting lodge land?
I'd like to go hunting.
So we went for the old cobblestone world, you know, that building that sort of meanders underground and, you know, tells the history of the age of the city. I love doing those kind of sequences. They're stunt heavy, they're special effects heavy, so there's a lot of technical stuff that needs to happen with the set. Plus, you just need to make it look damn good. So, you know, we played around with, you know, what form is the showroom. And we settled on circular because it's unusual. That was definitely one of the highlights of the film for me.
Their precise location has never been confirmed. However, whispers suggest they've been known together somewhere in these peaks.
Len has always been a big fan of Hallstatt since the script was developed. He's been looking at this place on Google Earth for about 3 or 4 years.
Hallstatt, I was obsessed with. It's unlike anything I've ever seen. It's a town that is built into the hillside, so it has layers to it.
We really pushed to go to Hallstatt for a couple days to kind of get that very specific alpine look.
So the 2 days that we did go, I made sure that every shot and element is featuring out to see the landscape, see the mountains, see the scope. It was a more complicated way to shoot of, we did this reverse side, but when we do the other side, that's at Hallstatt.
We scoured the whole of the Czech Republic, and then it's a case of putting all the photos on the table and putting that jigsaw together, seeing what was going to work best together, how we augment those locations and make it feel like a cohesive world.
Let's go. It's just remarkable, like the places they found and they scouted. It just makes the movie like really beautiful.
It's a case of us putting our own spin on it. Instead of the New York and the Rome and the Morocco, Jordan of it all, we're set in Europe with snow, so color temperature changes immediately. And materials, we're into stone and timber and that kind of thing. So very different from the other John Wick films, but I think stylistically we share the same world.
Wick fans love world building, and I think that we've given a lot of new things and elements and worlds and locations for them to kind of sink their teeth into.
One bullet.
Well placed can change the world.
Anjelica Huston's back, Winston's back, and Sharon and John Wick. But you're also getting to meet new characters and going into different rooms.
Checking in,
Yes. You're him. The one they call the Baba Yaga.
I think Anna is a really compelling lead.
To take somebody that is that fearless, but also that smart, memorizing all these choreography, like you get sort of the best of both worlds with her.
She has this weird believability to be vulnerable at the same time tough. She can throw the switch of being incredibly gentle and then flip the switch to be like, oh, I would not want to make her angry.
I think she's a fantastic actress, and I think she can definitely do justice to the name of, you know, Wick.
What's your name?
Ella.
I'm Eve.
You're not here to hurt my daddy, are you?
We had always wanted Norman. We're huge Norman Reedus fans. He's friends with Keanu. Len's friends with him as well. Basil and I are just fans. And so he just felt like someone who orbits in the John Wick universe.
Ella, come here. I like that he's a little rough. Like, he yells at the little kid. He's like, get up! You know, he's like, stay there, baby! Back, the other way, go! So he's got this part of his life, but he's also like a trained killer. So I think the juxtaposition of I stick knives in people and also I'm like getting my toenails painted by a little bit. I think that makes for a good story. You gotta help me get Ella out of here.
Pine is essentially like wanting out of this cult. He doesn't want this life for his daughter that mirrors what Eve has gone through in her past.
The role of Lena, Anna's sister, we looked at so many actresses, I think more than I have on any role ever. It was hard for a lot of reasons. We wanted someone that felt senior to Anna and sort of to sell the fact that they were sisters that were separated and that Anna wouldn't have any recollection of her.
You don't remember me, do you? She grew up without a family as well. You know, she is an orphan, and she grew up with great guilt and great devotion to this tribe, to her organization.
When I was younger, I used to wonder, why did he take you and not me?
You know, in her mind, her father is the villain of her story. So it's the opposite of Eve, and yet they're both assassins. It plays really into our theme of fate versus free will.
She gave me a choice. I chose this.
Did you? Or did fate just find another path for you?
We sort of toyed with, does she die, does she not die? Ultimately, we made a decision because we felt that that was kind of a really impactful emotional moment for Eve's character and would help kind of propel her into the third act.
Is it done?
This isn't done until you're dead.
A bad guy in the Wick universe is always, you know, challenging to find someone who has the gravitas. And so you need someone that feels like they can manipulate this whole kind of city.
What is it? Gabriel is not intimidating when you meet him. When you grab this very sweet man and you put him in a role like this, it's even more intimidating. Because he doesn't need to show his strength. He doesn't need to show that he's, you know, strong and he's gonna do something to you. You know that he's gonna do it.
The character has a certain amount of mystery to him. He's a leader. And I don't want to make comparisons with cult leaders, but I think it's somebody who can use his power to influence people's minds.
There are no choices. Yeah. Does that make what you're doing easier? It makes what I do necessary.
The challenge, I think, with a role like this is to not turn it into a kind of a stereotypical villain.
Fate is a very humbling thing.
A great villain never thinks he's a villain, thinks he's doing the proper thing. His point of view is that being an assassin, you can raise a family. You can have children, you can fall in love, you can do all these things. You just need to raise them as killers.
Whatever happens here, the village will remain, the children will be raised, and the system will continue as it has for the last 1,000 years.
In the 80s and 90s, the action man was always the man who went off to sort out the world, and there was always a couple of scenes at the beginning for some really terrific actress to say, "Goodbye, darling, be careful. I'll see you when you come back." Well, this is a movie where a woman takes charge and not only goes up against the male hierarchy, but actually defeats it.
I don't think I've watched a film with a Latin woman action star. So I'm super excited I'm excited to be part of this.
The team has pushed really hard to have other women and diverse faces, so it's something we're proud of.
I wanted to give it that real girl feeling. It just felt something like I could believe. If I believe it, the audiences will believe it too.
Thank you for clicking on our video, everybody. If you like what you saw here, please make sure you like the video and subscribe and share with your friends who like this sort of content. Joblo remains an independent company, and we appreciate all of your support.